Mary Meet, this is Jen with Jen and Demonic. How's it going? It's good to be with you today. We have a lot to talk about, and I would like to invite you to block some time to be with me. This video will have different parts, so feel free to skip to. I'll try to timestamp it somehow and let you know below. We will talk about the new lines because some of you have reached out to me about the new lines. There's a lot going on here at Gender Demonic. We will talk about the new lines. Then we'll go on and talk about what to do and not to do during spell casting. And I think it's important because we have a lot of new clients and they are coming from other spellcasters as well as they have been working on their own. So I think it's an important conversation we need to have, and I feel that even established clients could benefit from watching this section where I will discuss what to do and not to do or not to do during spellcasting. At the end, I will take some questions that have come through my inbox. So questions that you guys had that I think everyone will benefit from. And at the very end, someone has asking for me to redo the spell that you can do on your own, the shamanic tapping. And so I'll give a version of that, quick version of that for you to do. So without further ado, let's delve into it. Let's talk about the new line, the new two lines actually. One is not entirely new, but we are adding more demonic summonings because we have a lot of new casters, and we are adding things that are either specifically for male targets, specifically for female targets, or specifically for the LGBT community. So please feel free to check out the demonic summoning tab. There are four new rituals that were added today because we have those casters available now. And so we have view all, favor of women. So the target has to be a woman, and the person buying can either be a man or a woman, but the target needs to be a woman. Okay. Then we have a very cool spell that I will actually do for myself as well. It is the Black Moon Lilith Seduction of a Man. The target needs to be a man. The person that is buying can be a man or a woman, but the target needs to be a man for this one. This is not the old Lilith casting that we were having. This is the traditional Black Moon Lilith casting. We have a caster that's casting Lilith the traditional way, where Lilith visits the man in their dreams at night. So I'll probably be trying that as well because I'm very, very attracted to the Lilith energy. So I recommend any woman to just read the description of the Black Moon Lilith seduction of a man and see if that is for you. We also have Dantalion, which is very good if you're getting mixed signals from a target, if your target is pulling away, or if your target is playing the hot and cold game. And Dantalion is very LGBTQ friendly as well as Gramarye. Gramarye is the influencer, and I'll let you read on that. Gramarye can be used by the those who belong to the LGBT community as well. We also have the awakened seven restless and tranquil spirits. We're going to talk about that because somebody had a question about that. So there's going to be a Q&A in the end. Okay, but there's a new in tranquil version. These are seven spirits, not one. So you can imagine. We also have the demonic gateway of obsession and desire, which I think it's a valid option. And then we have a global ritual line because we have a lot of casters that are very adept at casting those spells that are ethnic spells that are coming from the rest of the world. They are considered traditional Mesopotamian spells or Egyptian spells or Arabic spells, and they are very good at doing just that. So they have their own expertise on Thai spell. We have the Mainak hunting love, hunt your lover or someone who did you wrong. It's the equivalent of La Llorona for Mexicans. We have Oshun's obsessive dream of me. So if you've never had a dream of me spell, you can try that. The Red Lotus or erotic obsession is a Chinese spell, and we have Zhao with us, and then it's really giving very good feedback so far. I recommend everyone who's trying to break up a couple to try the Scorpion Sting, as well as the physical chemical enhancer, because that is I'm getting nothing but good feedback about the physical chemical enhancer. So we hope to have the chemical enhancer for a long time, but honestly, we don't know for how long because that one, everything is imported, and we live in the tariff world right now. So I hope that we can keep offering that, but I would really urge you, if you're thinking about getting the physical chemical enhancer, now might be the time because I don't know what the end of summer will bring for that, okay? So we have a lot of new casters, which equals to a lot of new spells and different angles to target your specific person or to target your situation. We also have quite a bit of new clients with us, people that have never done any work before, people that have done work with other people before, people who have done work on their own before and they want to do something stronger. We welcome all, and we also have our pool of established clients that stuck with us through thick and thin. I'm going to address what I think it's very important, not just for new clients, but also for our established clients. Okay, so we're going to do a what to do and not to do during spell casting. Because if you are paying for spell casting with us, at least you should know what not to do, okay? Because I think it's important, okay? If you're hiring us, or even if you're hiring another spellcaster, you are paying money. You are investing in this. So when you are investing in this, you should be pragmatic about it, okay? What you should not do during spellcasting, you should not reach out to your target every day. You should not text your target every day. You should not try to see your target or drive to your target or do this to your target. Send all this pushing energy. You're having us trying to do the job for you. You should not do all of that because essentially there's a behavioral piece in every casting. And when you do that, you're ruining it. You're ruining it for yourself. Now, let me give you a couple of examples, okay? Let's say you go to a doctor And those of you who are familiar with my videos, you probably know that I make this analogy a lot. The doctor gives you, you have a fever, you have an infection, you're sick, right? The doctor gives you an antibiotic and tells you, here, I give you, let's make an example, amoxicillin. You're going to take this for 10 days, every day, twice a day, finish the course of your antibiotic, and then you can go out and party, right? But you don't go out and party during the 10 days, right? Because you're still sick, right? So when I tell you we're going to be casting for 10 days, 20 days, 15 days, during that time, it's like you have a fever. You should not go out to your target unless your target reaches out to you. You should put yourself on a schedule. That would be very appropriate to do, and it will give you the best results. Say, for example, that you're buying, I don't know, the Black Moon Lilith. Let's make that example. I think it's cast for 30 nights, right? So during those 13 nights, you make your target miss you. Says, well, I'm just going to pull back a little, especially if your target is pulling back. It's a good idea to pull back as well, so that he will miss you, because you want that person to miss you. If you're always texting to this person will take you for granted. Doesn't matter how many spells you're doing, that person will go like, oh, here it is again, here another text. You don't want to do that. You want that person to miss you. So say you're getting the dates of the spell of the Black Moon Lilith, or the Viewer for when the target is a woman, which is also cast for 13 nights. And he goes like, okay, so in these 13 days, I'm not going to text her. I'm not going to call her. I'm just going to reduce my presence. And that person who is used to you texting, calling, insisting, persisting, is going to go like, whoa, what's going on here? This guy is not noticing me anymore. I don't have his attention anymore. What's going on? So see, this is a thing. You're getting the antibiotic and you're staying at home because you're sick. Once the antibiotic is out, you can go out and see how it goes, and then decide if you want to do something else. If you do something else after those 13 days, you give it a few days and then you decide to do something else. During that something else, you're going to use the same strategy. So that actually keeps you in check on how many times you're going to actually talk to your target. And your target is going to know the difference, because there is spell casting going, but there is also your behavior that's changing, which is very important. If you keep doing the same thing with your target, your target will not know the difference of the spell work, because you're always there reminding the target that nothing has changed in the way you're acting. So I hope I'm clear. There's another analogy here that I want to make, because I think this is important. This is important. So, let's say that you want to get a job and you need a job. You don't have any money, you're out of work and you need a job, right? So you get an employer and you submit the resume to this employer, right? And this employer X calls you for an interview. So you go to the interview with the employer. You dress well. Your goal is to get that job, right? Okay, so you do the interview, and then what do? You go home and wait for that person to call you, right? To see if you got the job or not. Now, let me ask you this question. If you want that job so badly, would you text and harass and keep asking that employer, did I get the job? Did I get the job? Did I get the job? Can I come by? Can I come over? Am I going to get the job? How much am I going to get paid? Am I going to get the job? Would you do that? Would you get the job if you did that? Right? Now, why Do you do that in love, but you don't do that in business, right? Because in business, we are trained ever since we were little that there is a certain code that you have to respect. You go to the interview, you let yourself see, you go to another interview, right? You let yourself see, and then you wait for them to call you. But we love, for some reason, we don't do that. We want that, and we think that the more we go for it, the more it's going to come to us, and exactly the opposite is true. I'll let you reflect on that. What to do during spell casting? Try to stay calm. I mean, I know it's hard because if you are an empath, our spells are very strong. You're bound to feel the spells. You're bound to feel that push. You're bound to feel that desire to want to connect with your target, but your target feels it too. That's the whole point, because we connect the both of you. So you should put yourself, as I said, on a schedule. In the days that you are feeling this push, you're going to say, no, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until the casting is done so I can actually text her or text him, if that's the case. If you are in no contact with this person, then I would say stay in no contact and let the target come to you. That is the best strategy. And I hope this helps you, because I feel that if you do follow these guidelines along with our casting, you're going to get the job. And the job is going to be done. Okay? So again, it goes back to behavior during casting. Okay? So I received some of the questions in my inbox that I think are beneficial for all. And the first question is, what is the difference between the satanic in tranquil by Aria, the in tranquil extreme, and the 7 in tranquil spirits? It is confusing to have these many in tranquils, according to somebody. And it is not confusing. And I did explain this to somebody, told them that there are several versions of an in tranquil, but some people need to hear more than once. There are several versions of the intranquil spirits. Intranquil is a general category. Santa Muerte is an intranquil. The Wandering Jew is an intranquil. There's several different traditions of an intranquil. The satanic intranquil by Aria is probably the most traditional one. The intranquil extreme uses elements of demonic magic along with the traditional intranquil summoning. The 7 intranquil summons more than 1 intranquil, 7 of them. It is super powerful. And it is one of my favorite ones, actually. That and you heard me saying several times that I am not a fan of the intranquil. When I say I'm not a fan of the intranquil, I speak about the traditional intranquil. No, I'm not a fan of the traditional intranquil. That's why we offer several different versions of it that, in my view, they are more powerful and fast acting. Now, there is another question that says, can you teach me how to do can you teach me the pronunciation of the sexual incantation, the sex spell, no ingredients? It doesn't matter how the words come out of your mouth, but here they are. I'm just gonna do the Malaysian part. You put all of that together. Nampa, bunampa, bunangali, mengali, rajipun tunduk, dengan, berkat, doa aku, lai, la, la. Okay? So that's if you really want to be picky about it. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, check the video. It's actually a viral video. Sex spells, no ingredients. Can I check on my target during casting? No, for the reasons I said above. What if I feel anxious, emotional, and overwhelmed during the process? It is very very likely that you will feel something. Actually, I would be worried if you tell me, no, I didn't feel nothing, because that means we need to clean yourself, or remove the evil eye before we can do anything else. See me if that is the case. And so now we do this shamanic tapping. Okay. So you want a simple incantation to see if you can get that person to talk to you, or even when you do it with us. Here, all you're gonna do, three things. So you're going to um make a cross on your phone. You're gonna grab your phone, okay? Yes, it's 3:08 p.m. You're gonna grab your phone. It's gonna have to be in dark mode like this, okay? So you're going to write the name of the person, John Doe, okay? You're gonna write John and across Doe. Look. Yeah. Sometimes things can happen even while you're making the cross with the name, okay? That was not his name and it was just on John Doe, but that means it's actually bringing something. So let's do it again. It's John and Doe, right? And you are going to imagine right now, you can do this with me in this moment. Visualize the text, the email, or even to hear the phone call. Just take a few seconds to visualize that. Just visualize it. Imagine a rainbow of color coming out of your phone right now. Visualize it, and right at the center, your right thumb start making circles, a vortex. You can touch your third eye or your heart with this. Are you ready? Call me. Call me. You can say his name or her name. Call me. At the bottom, call me. Call me. Call me. To the left, call me. Call me. Call me. To the right, call me. Call me. Call me. All right, it's done. Put the phone away. Don't even look at it for like an hour. It is meant to send a vibration and let it go and let it flow. Okay? I think I told you everything. And if you need to see me, I do offer Zoom consults, which I think should be the best way to go if you need more in-depth guidance. Erin is always available to answer short questions. We process your orders from Monday through Friday. We cast for you 7 days, 24/7. Even as I speak right now, there are casters that are casting for you. And with that, I told you everything, and I hope to see you soon. And thank you for watching this video. This is Jen with Jen in the Morning. Bye.